Today we are going to look at 10 employability skills that employers want. My name is Mildred Okoth and welcome to 5 Talents Africa. If you are trustworthy, your employer can send you to pay field workers and none of them will complain that they received less than what was due. That is the mark of trust. Being in employment gives one certain privilege. Some of these may be access to confidential information about the company. A trustworthy individual will not divulge this information to anyone, whether they sign an undisclosure agreement or not. They will protect the employer's information because they understand the value of relationships. Being trustworthy is a virtue that can speak for you. Nobody wants to open their doors to someone who cannot be trusted. A good reference from your employer can open massive doors as you seek out other opportunities elsewhere. There is no workplace that can function without team effort. Everyone plays a role towards an organization's success. Employers seek to hire people who can easily adapt to situations and work with diverse teams. Organizations are not islands and interact with several stakeholders. How an employee interacts with people is important, and someone's actions can easily reflect whether they are team players or not. Toxic workers are not team players, and their focus is to destroy. Great leaders identify such workers early and train them, but if their attitude is not right, are separated from the company. Nobody wants to work with a colleague who violates policies and finds happiness creating chaos and setting people against each other. A team player is a mature and assertive individual who does not fear to face people and have a candid discussion to resolve a workplace issue. Self-supervision is an important skill required by employers, and this is because an independent and capable worker is a useful resource at the workplace. No employer feels comfortable if they have to repeat instructions. A supervisor may not want to micromanage an employee. This can happen if the employee does not deliver on time as promised, and when they do, the product or service is substandard. During probation, this may be fine. However, if it's recurrent, the employee may be considered to lack some skills, such as self-confidence. This occurs if an employee seeks affirmation all the time, even if the work done is satisfactory. The ability to supervise yourself and deliver a high-quality product or service and within set timelines is an excellent skill to have. Being consistent is another skill. Some employees join the workforce and perform well at the beginning. This is during the probationary period when all eyes are set on them to confirm if indeed they are a good fit. However, soon after confirmation, they relax and do not feel that it's important to maintain excellence. This does not only affect their productivity, but their brand as individuals. At such times, an employer can easily conclude that your intent was only to get a paycheck and not grow in your career. Eventually, such a person may not be retained if they are not consistent in delivering good work. The momentum for good performance should be maintained and improved. An employee should aspire for higher and more challenging positions in an organization, and this can be achieved by being consistent. Nothing happens without communication at the workplace. This is one of the most important skills required by employers. Both verbal and written communication are critical, and this is because effective communication determines the outcome of our work. We communicate with peers, customers, vendors, and other stakeholders. How we do it varies, from written reports, telephone conversations, emails, sign language, text messages, and verbal, amongst others. The ability to do this effectively is important. Expectations must be clear between employer and employee, as well as with other stakeholders, for it to work out well. This skill improves how problems are solved, instructions are given, relationships are built, and the quality of work delivered. Continuous learning affects career growth. Growth is not only acquired through academics, but also work experiences and interactions with others. Growth is a continuous process, and employees need to be teachable for them to grow. A person who thinks that they cannot learn anymore or have learnt enough is not wise. Having such people surround you retards growth. Each day is another opportunity to learn something new and become a better person. When we value each other, we realize that everyone has something to offer. This can either be a skill or an experience that one has gone through. The learner must be open-minded and willing to learn. Nobody knows everything. Acquiring knowledge makes us better people. Some people are fast and like others, but having the skill to continuously learn is important for any employer. Confidence is a valued employability skill. Confident people speak with authority and assert themselves. It makes you stand tall and no one can take advantage of you. This is an important skill at the workplace. Being confident helps you set boundaries that are not violated by colleagues. This is because you know how to assert yourself respectfully to both the juniors and your supervisors. Confidence makes you brave and are able to encounter your fears with courage. This is because you believe in yourself. At the workplace, there are several challenges. You can encounter aggressive colleagues or bosses or even clients. Having confidence does not require others to affirm you, and it helps a person face all the daily work challenges without fear. This is an important skill to any employer. Being dependable is another skill. There is nothing as good as delegating work to a reliable person. This lightens an employer's workload, who is now able to focus more on growth opportunities for the company. It encourages a supervisor to entrust employees with more challenging work and prepares them for succession and promotion opportunities. This is only possible if employees are reliable and listen attentively when being instructed and follow through projects to completion. Reliable people are dependable and form great team players and colleagues. They have understood how very small particles work together to form a whole unit. This skill is acquired by those who desire to grow in whatever career they've chosen and take their work seriously in terms of showing up on time to deliver. Being organized is an important skill, and no employee does only one task at the workplace. Several activities make a whole job, and quite a number form part of an employee's daily tasks. Therefore, each employee needs to be organized to deliver on their role. The ability to plan your work and systematically deliver on it is a skill. Workplaces have many disruptions, deadlines, and challenges. If one is not organized, any minor disruption would throw you back several miles and take you ages to find your bearing again. You cannot rely on memory. Things to do must be written down. An organized individual plans their work, and irrespective of the daily work disruptions, they are able to find their way back and deliver. All jobs require excellent organizational skills. Every organization desires growth, whether it's a social or profitable entity. Commercial skills are key for employers. This is because an employee with this knowledge understands how organizations generate revenue. With this understanding, they identify opportunities that promote growth and are not wasteful of the available resources. They understand the business environment and provide useful ideas for the company. Such people are cost conscious and save the organization money. They also understand the value of a customer and treat them well, both internal and external. This brings us to the end of our tutorial today, and if you've learned something, please subscribe below and hit the notification bell to know when we next upload a video. To learn more about employability skills, visit our website and join our ongoing career guidance training. Thank you for watching.